Good evening. In tonight's news bulletin, suspected contamination to the Muto water tank prompts health notices for residents to boil water until further notice. Tourism responds to concerns about litter at scenic sites. Niue Primary School wrapped up the school year with their annual prize-giving ceremony held yesterday. Muto residents have been advised to boil drinking water due to a suspected risk of contamination to the village water tank. This comes after the health department conducted their quarterly inspection last week and found that there was some contamination. The department is now working in collaboration with the Water Supply Division to take the necessary steps to resolve this problem and make sure that water is safe for consumption. According to Griselda Mgoya from the Public Health Division, this is confined to the Muto tank, and as such they have been communicating with the Muto Village Council to keep their residents informed while officials address the problem. Although the community has been advised to boil water, it is still okay to use for cooking, washing and bathing. Meanwhile, the Water Division have already taken steps to resolve the problem that will mean flushing out the water in the reservoir, cleaning the inside of the tank and refilling the tank before the health department can do a repeat test for quality of the water. As an alternative, households that have water tanks that were installed as part of the PAC project through the Environment Department that is still deemed safe for drinking. Muto residents are encouraged to continue boiling water until further notice is received from the Health Department. Littering and waste disposal at some scenic sites around the island is starting to become a problem. Tourism is Niue's leading economic driver, and the island markets itself as a clean and green destination. But there are some people who are tainting this image by dumping rubbish in the bins until they overflow. Niue Tourism maintains a majority of the scenic sites, and they have noticed an increase in waste.
The rubbish bins at our scenic sites are filled with household rubbish. Some people aren't taking their rubbish home like they're supposed to. Given that the receptacles are placed in different areas, they are made for rubbish, but not household good rubbish. We've been finding quite a few household goods that should not be in those bins. And we just wanted to see if people can be a bit more cautious with where they place their rubbish, or just carry a plastic bag in their car and take the rubbish home once they're done from having fun time at the scenic spots around the island.
This is becoming an issue, although it is not tourist peak season, and tourism are looking into the factors that may explain this sudden increase.
In the past, we haven't had this problem as much, but we've noticed now some of our sites here in Alofi itself, down by the kids' leisure park, by the old Huanaki. Those bins are full with rubbish like nappies, glass bottles, cooking oil bottles, things like aerosol for fly sprays and things like that. And obviously, why would that kind of thing will be at a site as such? So I'm guessing people are throwing away their rubbish instead of making the way all the way down to the national tip.
Most of the scenic sites maintained by tourism have contractors that empty the bins 3 times a week. Locals and visitors have been cautioned to be mindful of their actions, and this is also a matter of changing or getting people to be more responsible when disposing of their rubbish.
We're also concerned with the amount of rubbish that are stuck in our reciprocals out at Matapa and Limu, some at Avaiki as well. There is quite a few rubbish that is left at those bins. Sometimes it's overflowing, and some people just don't want to take their rubbish home with them after they've had fun. And just to be mindful also, the national tip is it's a roadside tip, and just to keep that area a bit more maintained. I know there's been some announcements on the radio asking people to drive inside, and we've noticed that some of the rubbish have been scattered along the roadside. So if we can just play our part as the people of Niue and help to maintain our country clean and green.
Niue Tourism says keeping Niue litter-free should be a collective effort to keep Niue's clean image. Heavy downpours and wet weather did not overshadow the excitement of students and teachers of ECE in Niue Primary School, who had their very first end-of-the-year prize giving at the new school grounds yesterday. There was a festive mood about as children sang Christmas songs and parents scoped out the best spot to witness the academic achievements of their children. The program incorporated the theme Culture Through My Eyes. And for children in Year 6, this marks the final year at primary school before they move on to secondary school. So this was their farewell to the school, and they were also given the opportunity to lead a majority of the program. Prizes were distributed for the junior school that looked at numeracy, literacy awards for most improved, principals awards and other special prizes. However, for those in senior school, their prizes were set out to highlight those who topped studies in classes that were combined in each year level. The top student for Year 4 for 2016 went to Andalin Pita. Year 5, Kavana Misimesi Funaki. And for Year 6, the second runner-up for Ducks went to Mata Michelle Tahafa Mali. First runner-up, Annalise Pavihisiane Hall, and the Ducks for 2016 went to Hikuleo Louis Igiwa. Good prize giving out of the way, the school year comes to an end this week, and students will be on a well-deserved break before they return and try harder next year. That concludes our news bulletin for this evening. Do join us again for our next news bulletin next week. Don't forget that Waiea has their village show day this coming Saturday. We would also like to put forward our deepest condolences to the family of Atapasene for their loss.